We welcome in head coach Antonio Pierce. Coach, good to have you back from the bye week. How was it for you personally and seeing the team come back?
Good. I'm excited, man. Fired up. Obviously, not where we want to be in the first half, but more excited about what's in front of us.
Walk us through Norv Turner because he was a head coach for this organization. And, Scott, what went into that decision?
First of all, I've went against Norv Turner a lot in my career.
I know that.
I know the matchups and different ways he schemed up and concepts to either attack me as a player. And I had a lot of respect for him as a player. And then as I got into coaching, somebody who's done it at the highest level, won championships, been a head coach in this league, been in this organization, so he understands when we talk about the Raider way and the Raider culture, what it is. So adding him was huge for me and our staff. And then obviously going with Scott, he's been in the building. Me and Scott have worked well together now for the last 2.5 years in different roles and situational football stuff. So I feel like really kind of get those two guys together, man, like a father and son duo there, along with our staff, with Joe Philbin coaching O-line. I feel really good about where we're going.
Yeah, I want to follow up with that because I think Norv overall having his eyes on this offense and wanting to be more aggressive or deciding how to get the running game going is just a positive overall for all the success he had back to Dallas and his entire career.
And really just bringing somebody from the outside, right? I know he's been watching from afar, but now he's in the building. Get him in there in the film room, get him around our players, give us different ideas, game planning, how to attack certain matchups, which every week we go into it with that mindset. But continue to just to pound it, right? When you got a weak link, we need to go ahead and hammer that. And then obviously just give our whole entire staff just some fresh ideas.
Where are you now with your quarterback room, the evaluation going into Miami?
It's good. Gardner will be the starter, and then we'll go throughout the week as that. And we'll see how it happens.
With that decision, do you feel like Gardner, along with Norv and Scott together, gives you the best chance quickly, and then you'll evaluate down the road after this performance?
Listen, Gardner's done this before. Obviously, we had a rough stretch. Those 9 games, not what we want. And he understands that. Understanding taking care of the football is the most important thing that we have to do as an organization, as a quarterback. And that's what's expected of him to go forward. And he's going to have the first opportunity to do that come Sunday.
We know the fans are thrilled to have a Big Mike back in the building.
Yeah.
Just tell us a little bit about that. No details, obviously, but just to have him around. We saw the tweet go out by the Raiders. A lot of fans are really excited.
Really excited. I mean, it was a long time for him to be away. I missed him. I miss his energy. I miss his presence in the building. That's why I call him Big Mike, because when he walks around and he put his big boy pads on, man, we're a different team. And last year at this time, he had a really good game against the Dolphins. So it's a great opportunity, hopefully, to get him back in the fold this week. But just having him building a smile, and the teammates loved him, gave him one of these knocks as he walked in the door, and as normal, just treat him as a regular teammate. He's excited. He's fired up. He looks really good, in great shape. You'll be excited to see him this week.
We'll wait for the injury report to come out later in the week. But you had a lot of guys banged up in Cincinnati. We talked to Tom Telesco about the cart going back and forth with the ankle injuries and all that. In general, how are the players reacting with the week off with injuries?
Getting healthy.
Okay.
We're getting there. We're getting healthy. And the one thing about this team, man, regardless of what is going on with our record and from the outside noise, they're together. The culture is just fine. The locker room is good. The building is good. These guys are excited. They're bright-eyed. And I would expect a lot of our guys to come back come Sunday.
All right, let's dive into the Dolphins. We saw them on Monday night, and my takeaway was it was an elimination game for them. Yeah. They played it like they had to win because they wanted a bookend to win against you. Did you see that looking at the film with Tua back? And they're a different team. You can't look at them statistically when Tua's not there. But Tua looked good in that game. The ball came out quick. They run a lot of elaborate routes. What did you think of their body language and how they performed in that game?
Well, one, I thought defensively they got after the Rams.
Yeah.
They really got after the Rams defensively, and that was a different group that hadn't really shown up on film to that degree. With the energy, the execution, the physicality, playmaking ability, I thought they did a really good job there. And then offensively, man, listen, there's too much speed on that field. I mean, there's speed everywhere. And with 10 playing, with Waddle 17, and those running backs they have, and obviously Tua, the quick release, they're very efficient in their offense. We're going to have to do a really good job of obviously not playing with all the eye candy, the shifts, the motions, and all these fast guys. Get to our drops. We did play them pretty well last year, and I felt really good about how we played them. Obviously, the game didn't go our way when it came to the W, but we have a good understanding of this team because we did face them almost a year ago this week.
I want to stay with the eye candy from Tyreek Hill's years with Kansas City and what he brings to now. He can catch it behind the line of scrimmage. Waddle can do it, but they do a lot of misdirection deep in their route. I see their crossing routes after 20 yards, where other teams do it 10, 8 yards in when they cross over. So your deep player, your safeties, seem to be really important in this matchup.
When you got 4-2, 4-3 all over the field, I mean, there's nothing short or intermediate about this team. Everything is shots down the field. When they hit the logo, you can bank on it going down the field, especially on third downs and certain situational football. But I think we just got to do a good job of understanding where's Waldo. For us, it's number 10, right? And having hands on him, having somebody underneath him, trying to reroute him, get him off of his track. Obviously, he's a dynamic player.
When you get to play these combination of rookie or 2-year offensive linemen, and they're out there and they're healthy, what do you like about that now, especially with Coach Philbin right on top of him, to get them more reps as you're trying to win more games?
Yeah, I mean, between DJ and Jackson, they've played a lot of football, right? And they're starters, and they'll be starting this week as well. Excited to see those two guys. I think there's a lot of growth there, and there's been improvement. Yeah, there's been some things we wish we could have back, some either penalties or some mental errors, things of that nature. But, man, these two rookies are fighting their tails off. I don't think we expected DJ to be in the situation he's in. And he's really been consistent. Go back to all my comments from training camp.
Yeah, you talked a lot about him.
I said, man, this dude just keeps showing up. And, he's going to have a rough game here or there, or a play or two. But the body of work shows up. And what I love is the energy and the enthusiasm them two gentlemen play with. And with Coach Philbin, all we're talking about is technique and fundamentals this week, right? Improving those things for our entire team throughout the bye week heading into Miami.
When the players meet amongst themselves, or you meet with the players, or you meet with the staff exclusively, what is positive coming out of that can tell all the fans that these games coming up, you want to win every game, and everyone's got to be on the same page?
Man, we show up to work every day to prepare, put our best foot forward. Even during the bye week, we had a lot of players in the building. Say Monday, Tuesday, I mean, we had our full team in here for the most part on a Monday, and they hadn't shown up. They wasn't required to show up until Tuesday. So their commitment to being in the building, to being around one another, that's what I can promise everybody. And that's our commitment to the fans, and I appreciate their commitment to us. Not the season we wanted, the first half, but that's behind us.
Yep.
I'm looking forward, man. And I'm excited. You can tell by my energy.
I can tell.
I'm ready to rock and roll with our team come down there in Miami and give our best effort.
Last one, you told me you remember the fans last year. I'm going. I know the Black Hole's going. This is a big trip. When the schedule comes out, you look at New Orleans, Miami, the second half of the year, you're going to have a large contingency of Raider fans in South Beach.
And it's not just South Beach.
Yeah.
They showed up in Baltimore. They showed up in Cincinnati. They've been everywhere, in Los Angeles twice. And I'm going to continue. Just please showing up. We're putting our best foot forward. We're committed to getting better. And our team is committed to getting better, from the staff to our coaches to our players, the whole organization. And that's what they're going to get. And we're going to keep fighting until this bad boy's over.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.